You did not show support when I was champion. You did not do this. You did not do that. Make it personal because they were.
Yeah. When it's the thing is when you make it real, that's when it's best. When you make it personal, make it real, you can't usually top it because it's something so real, so personal, so a little bit controversial, a little bit, depending on how you book it. But it's just something that's real, and it usually those stuff always sells. And I think it'd be good to have Jinder versus Drew. I mean, I think it'd be great, honestly. But need to bring Jinder back and build him up. I think that's one of the puzzles, the pieces that they're missing, honestly. They need to start putting out, Jinder's a big guy, but he's not, he's not your Bobby Lashley and your Braun Strowman kind of, I guess what I'm saying. But, I'm tired of seeing the big guys rule. I want to see someone that's different. So, I think I like to see Jinder back into the title picture eventually. I would.
When we were watching Wrestlemania, she was impressed at the fact that Drew McIntyre dove over the top rope and could do a kip up.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, he's that athletic. And it's like you're seeing something that hasn't happened in quite a while. I mean, the last big guy that got that credit was Taker. He did the kip up. I mean, he did the dive over the top rope. When he started doing that in the late 90s, I was like, what?
Yeah. And honestly, if it was early 90s in WCW, he would get disqualified.
Yeah, that's what the shame about that was back then, too. I was ashamed they did that.
Mm-hmm. You take something that gets people excited, and you're like, nope, you can't have that anymore. It's kind of like that whole meme of we can't have nice things.
Yeah, pretty much. And a lot of people were not happy about that, and the way they disqualify people in different situations is just terrible. That terrible way of doing rules. Mm-hmm. But that was the commander-in-chief at the time doing that. So, yeah, it just is what it is now. But, it wasn't good thoughts on that one whatsoever. But, yeah. It's... So I hope next week, or this is coming up, this week now, they have better booking for the Raw and SmackDowns. Make up for last week. I'll watch it, and I'm not putting my money on anything, obviously. But that aggravated the crap out of me. That really did. I'm like, why are we even caring about watching? I mean, we're always going to watch. We love WWE. We do. But it just, especially for the biggest nights of the year, you're not going to have something special. So, but,
well, if they would have booked decent storylines or had, like, okay, Viking Raiders, I don't know if I can't remember in the match if they wrestled face or heel. But if they
wrestled face against, obviously, I collected his face against Benjamin and Cedric, and I think they were more face, honestly, Viking Raiders.
Yeah, I mean, there could be different ways to make it more of a surprise and whatnot, but I don't know. It's just one of those things where it's, I feel like they missed a couple opportunities here, and WWE just is not operating the way it should, honestly, or has in the past.
I'll talk about mess up, by the way. Sorry, I forgot to bring this up like a week ago. During the Hall of Fame weekend, they inducted. You might be able to look this up a little better, not be insane. There was a black female wrestler. She was the first black female. I think she's the first black female wrestler since she won the world title. Not long after she debuted, I believe it was. And it was 3 years. She debuted in wrestling 3 years after Jackie Robinson finally started playing in the major leagues in America. And I guess they inducted her, and they didn't contact her family, according to, I think it was her granddaughter, as talked about on Twitter. And the video package they had of this woman was the wrong woman. Like, apparently.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, what? No.
They had to take down the video off of YouTube, too.
Yeah, I seen that, and they said, I think it was her granddaughter that, I appreciate y'all contact the family. By the way, that was the wrong woman. I'm like, that had to be embarrassing for WWE, but also embarrassing for the family, too. It aggravated them. I would understand that, but like, how do you do that? I have no idea, but you figured they would get the right. I said once again, when I try and trash it, but I just trash it. The company was just like what? But you know, um, yeah, that's all I can say about that.
Mm-hmm.
You got anything else?
That was one of the things where WWE made themselves a definite embarrassment.
Yeah, I was like, how you? Yeah, I would. Yeah, put my head down, and look somewhere else, or just do something else.
Yeah. As for anything else, nothing I can think of. I definitely wanted to talk about the um possibility of John Cena coming back, the people being cut, things like that. So that's pretty much all I had. So we can call it a wrap.
All right.
So you guys can get us on Spreaker, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts. And YouTube, you can follow us on Twitter at WrestlingSCool. Go ahead and take it over for the rest.
For Instagram, it's at Wrestling Still Cool. Facebook, Wrestling Still Cool. TikTok is at Wrestling Still Cool 90. You get us on LinkedIn at Wrestling Still Cool. You can get us on email, give us a holler, say hello, or suggest a guest or review at WrestlingStillCool@gmail.com. Or of course, you can also get us on our direct messages on social medias. We want to thank also everybody for tuning in and listening and downloading our podcast, and appreciate y'all and taking in our podcast and things we had to say. And yeah, it's been a great time with podcasts. So we want to throw that out there to y'all.
One of the things I realized is we've been going now for 7 months.
7 months. That's awesome. That's been a good time. I feel like it's getting longer than that, actually.
Well, we did a couple test recordings in April, but we didn't actually launch it until September.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. When we were actually doing our official launch, I felt like it was like more like 8 months or so. But interesting, 7 months. Though, interesting.
Yeah,
Okay.
I want to say we uploaded our first episode. Yeah, here we go, September 16th.
Yeah. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, cool. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Been a good time. So, yeah, y'all listening that keeps on tuning into us. We greatly appreciate it and just enjoy talking wrestling. And anything y'all want to say, let us know too. We give shout outs too.
Yeah,
appreciate y'all listening. Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. Well, that'll be it for us today. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day.